Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys so much. Capricorn, this is going to be your love reading for October 2020. We're going to look into your energy, your partner's energy, or the person on your mind, their current situation coming up for October, their feelings, their thoughts on the situation, the possible outcome. We're going to pull some advice. We are going to take a quick preview and to look to see what you need to know or what's coming towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months. And then we're going to pull some cards from the Twin Flame deck. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I've been doing tarot for 16 years now, literally since I was like a teenager. Came from family and other things that did spirituality work. I am a full-time tarot reader in my personal life. Used to be on YouTube, had a lot of tower moments, came back, but I've been absent again. And for those of you guys who have stayed with me, thank you so much. I know during this time I've been absent and I've lost a lot of people. Some of you guys know that I was having health issues. A lot of you guys didn't know what was going on with me. So I recently got diagnosed with cancer. I am 29 years old. And I had to undergo surgery to remove the cancer. The surgery was unsuccessful. So I am currently still have cancer and I am going through the treatments. But while I was going through all of that, there were days where I wasn't feeling good. I had last minute appointments to go to. I had things that would come up. And I knew I could not be consecutive with coming out with readings. So I took a break. But now that I know that this is just something I have to figure out how to work with in my life, I'm just going to keep pushing forward in the meantime, okay? Because I can't let this control my life, all right? No, I'm not worried. I do feel like I'm going to pull through. I feel like everything will be fine in the end. I just feel like it's part of 2020, right? So, anyway, sorry for the introduction, but I had, for you guys who are new, I know you guys don't care, but for those who have been with me, a lot of people have been wondering where I have been, and I had to elaborate on that. So I am back, and I am going to just get right back into the channel. I'm not opening up personal readings yet, but I will keep you guys posted. As you guys know, I already shuffle and premeditate the cards ahead of time, okay, to save you guys all that juju jazz. So we're just going to start dealing, pulling the clarifiers, and get into it from there, okay? All right, so let's take a look. Keep in mind, guys, for those who don't know, the energy can always be changeable. For you or the cross watcher, and it's not going to resonate with everyone, guys. Some weeks it will, some weeks it won't. It will not always be your story, okay? So let's get into it for Capricorn and the person that you are dealing with or that is on your mind. That's who we're looking at. Okay. All right. So you guys know that I am going to clarify the first card right off the bat before I say anything, because it can always change the game. I really do miss you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Let me know how your love situations are planning out. I hope the best. I know Capricorns have just been going through it for so long, and they're just like, oh, can I please get a break already? I feel like that is starting to lift, though, because if any of you guys follow astrology, you know what? Let me stop talking about that. Though Capricorns, I will tell you, you guys will be starting to feel lightened up over the next couple months. And once you get into 2021, all the stuff you've been dealing with the last couple of years, it will be someone else's turn, okay? Last shuffle. Okay, Capricorn. So, your person has the Four of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands upright. Five of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands upright, okay? So, your person at this time is closed off from you. They have been withdrawn, okay? Maybe you guys haven't been on the best of speaking terms, or maybe if you guys are communicating, they haven't exactly really been forthright with their feelings. They haven't really been giving you any kind of time of day or paying any kind of attention to, or really worried about your feelings. as far as like, you know, maybe they care in their own world, but they're not going to spend or give the time of day to make you feel any kind of peace of mind, give you any kind of closure, answer any kind of your questions. Okay. I feel like it's because, you know, this person feels like everything with you is a conflict. Now, that might not be your fault. That might be this person's fault. They might not be able to handle speaking to you. It might cause them to battle with you or to bring up feelings that they don't like. Okay. But the thing with the Four of Cups is when it's upright, it means you're ignoring opportunities. You're closing a blind eye. You're missing out. When it's reversed, which is in your case, your partner's energy, it is a time where somebody is like, okay, you know what? Before I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to throw it away. I'm not going to pay attention to it. I don't care if I regret it. When it's reversed, which is your partner's energy, it's now like, oh shit, what did I do? Now this person is starting to actually really, for the first time, take the time to really have some introspective on the situation. What they've been doing, how they could have handled things differently, which with it being the Four of Cups is telling me that this person probably hasn't done that yet. No matter how long it's been since you guys been starting to fight or fall out or haven't communicated, or whatever, how long it's been, weeks, days, months, years. This person is just now, because of it is the Four of Cups, it is telling me that this person has been ignoring all that crap before. And now they are finally starting to actually realize the opportunities that they have missed out on to make things right, to clarify things with you, or to acknowledge some things that they did wrong. Now, they might regret it, or they might just accept it for what it is. But the point is they are starting to acknowledge it. And that is the first step to any kind of anything. Okay. I do feel like that this person wants to reach out to you, Capricorn, but I do feel like they, at this point, there's something about, I don't know if they feel like they have to compete with other people in your life, or if at this point friends, family, or there's other people in each other's lives. Maybe you guys both have moved on and started dating other people. Maybe you guys haven't. Maybe they just suspect that you have other people that you're talking to. Maybe it's just been so long that they would have assumed you've moved on. But there's something here where that is stopping them from wanting to reach out, which they do want to reach out. They're thinking about it. They're contemplating it. And again, guys, this is going into the month of October. Okay, so if you're like, well, they haven't communicated or reached out to me, remember, these are the energies coming, okay? And this is the energy that this person is coming. I definitely do see them trying to figure out how and what can I speak and say to this person. And can I even speak to them? But I do feel like at this point that they are starting to realize things, okay? Now what they do with it, we don't know, but we're gonna, and by the way, the bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups on that clarification, which tells me that they are definitely thinking about the heartbreak, whether they caused you or caused themselves, or their part in this connection going bad, okay? It is, over mourning and regret. It is over things like that. Your energy is, the Four of Swords in reverse, so let's clarify this. Three shuffles, please. Okay, Capricorn, I like it a lot. So, Four of Swords in reverse. You are starting to come out of depression. You're starting to heal. And you're starting, and this isn't normal healing. Four of Swords is like a mourning of a death healing, okay? So this pain from this relationship, this connection, these people, it did something to you. It was a different kind of pain. It was a different kind of trauma, and it might have really put you into an element that Capricorn doesn't normally experience or deal with too well, okay? Capricorns like to stay busy. They like to stay productive. They don't like to waste their time. They like to keep it moving. And Capricorns can be very committed and very emotional when they're invested into things, okay? But the one thing Capricorns don't like are to deal with their emotions. they can be emotional. They do feel love and all that, but they don't want to. They just want to be okay. They just want to be happy and have everything work out. They want to go to work. They want to come home. They want to eat their dinner. They want to go on their vacation. They want to get their promotions. They just want to do what they need to do in life to just live, okay? They don't want to deal with emotions or crying or feeling depressed. It's a waste of time. And it doesn't make Capricorns feel good. It makes them feel like they wasted their time. It's a failure. They hate that they are spending time mourning over someone they just want to get over. Things like that. You know, but you are coming out of a time where, if you haven't already, you are just starting to heal at this point. If you've been going through it, if you've been trying whatever you can to get out of this funk or to think better or to feel better, you are starting to do that. And you're starting to awaken to the whole, you know, maybe this isn't all it's cracked out to be. If this person is willing to even put me through this, why am I even mourning over it anymore? Like, I don't deserve for a person to make me this upset. If they can't communicate with me, if they can't work things out with me, if they can't be civil with me, if they can't treat me how I deserve to be treated, if they wanted to take me for granted, if they wanted to not realize or value how many times I never let them down. You're starting to awaken to that, and generally you are recovering. Clarified by the Six of Wands here and the Four of Wands, you are coming into a victory, Capricorn. You know, and I feel like you are coming into a time where you are going to be celebrating with other people. It's also very possible here that there could be somebody new in your life that is kind of helping you get over this trauma. It could be a friend, it could be a new lover, it could be a potential partner. You know, it could just be a rebound, but it's somebody who is starting to distract you, and not in a way where it's making you musk your feelings and all that, because you've already been dealing with your feelings. This is just somebody who might be helping you to get back up on your feet, where Capricorns always get back up on their feet. But say you've kneeled and you're almost getting back up. This person just held out their hand and gave you that last tug up, okay? But I think you're going to start realizing everything that you do have around you, everything that you do have going for you. And you're going to know, even if you're not in a great spot in life right now, Capricorns are not one to just say, okay, I'm just going to stay in this miserable spot. No, you're going to start putting your mind and start being like, what can I do to get my life better or make myself feel better? Bring better people into my life. And you're going to start doing that, okay? The mutual situation between you and this person, which is interesting because it's the Six of Cups, which is the cups of exes. It's also the card of exes. It's also the card of reconciliation. But let's see what this entails, because I don't feel like it's that simple. It never really is. So let's see. What is the Six of Cups between Capricorn and their person? Okay, so the Six of Cups. Right now, I do feel like, because this is a mutual situation, so it could be both of you, it could be them, it could be you. But a lot of times I do look at it like mutual. So it is going back and looking up at the past. So here's the thing. You have Four of Swords in reverse. They have Four of Cups in reverse. You guys are both at a 4 right now. It's like you guys have finally almost reached the same level. And they're introspecting about things. And whether they choose to acknowledge it and move on, or acknowledge it and do something, you're coming out of retrospect and realizing they're having an awakening of some sorts internally, and you're having an awakening externally, okay? You're starting to realize that you need to start putting your time and thoughts and emotions elsewhere, or you're never going to get out of this funk. You're starting to realize what you do have. You're going to start realizing what you could have, or what you're capable of doing, and what you're going to do from now on. You're starting to realize that things will be okay, and that you will recover, because you don't need this shit, okay? And And, you know, they're, again, starting to evaluate things in a different way. So I think you guys are just both looking at the past of the relationship. And you might just be doing it one more time as a goodbye. You know? Like, you know what? That was a time in my life. And I held it very important to me. And it crushed me when I lost it. And I thought I could never live without it. But you know what? Time has been going by, and I realized that one day I know I will barely think of it, and I can put it in the past, and I can lock it in that box, and I can keep it there, and one day I won't even care. I won't even remember that that box is there. It will be on a shelf collecting dust, just like other things in my past. You know, have you ever lost something a while ago in your life, and at the time it was so detrimental when you lost it, and you thought you'd never be okay, and now, today in your life, you're upset about something else. But you think about that thing in the past and you're like, wow, I can't believe I was that upset about it at this time, because now I'm completely consumed with being upset about something else. And it's like that. It's like one day it will just be another thing in your life. You know, it doesn't feel good. Still feels like, especially to a Capricorn, you wasted your time in this. But you still know that you are determined to have a better life. You are not going to settle with this. And it looks like, you know, clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Magician in reverse, it just looks like, I feel like you guys are mutually just evaluating what went wrong and how this relationship didn't work out. And it possibly was very because both of you guys were on your guard with each other. You possibly both didn't trust each other. It just didn't work out the way that you guys planned. I feel like both of you must have put a lot into it for this Magician to be here. Also, this is Gemini energy, okay? But I feel like there could have been, and things just did not pan out. You know, things weren't not, I think you thought like this relationship was this amazing thing. And it very well could have been a karmic connection here with the Six of Cups. But it's like the lessons have been learned, okay? You will never give someone so many chances. You will never give someone so much the benefit of the doubt when you know better, when you know that this person is just going to keep hurting you or wasting your time, and you know now how to pick up and move forward at a faster pace. You will never spend so much time sulking or mourning someone again. Once you know it's over from now on, that is the lesson that you're learning. Once you know it's over, it's over. And you know spending more time trying to get it back, trying to work on it, trying to focus on it, when you know it's not good for you in the first place, when you know that you wouldn't want to be with a person who did these things to you, who took you for granted or anything like that, you're going to know for next time just to keep up and pick moving. And it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to be less emotional. It's going to help you waste less time, okay? Also, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So it is showing me like you are starting new beginnings here. This is like this reevaluating the past one last time, looking at it, saying goodbye to it, seeing that it didn't work out. It's just kind of like the last little thing you need to do before you get your Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning in could be a long-term relationship, or it could be financial, or could be both. It's new beginnings, okay? If it is a new partner, it's a new partner that's going to help you with your financial abundance. So let's take a look at how they feel about you. We have the Two of Pentacles here. And I do feel like with the Six of Wands and this Four of Wands, Capricorn, I do feel like you are starting to acknowledge that this breakup was an actual victory in the end. Because I do feel like you might not know their situation completely, but you do know that since this disconnect, you have started to find yourself. You have started to make better connections. You have started to make more friends. You have started to get more involved in groups. And again, if you haven't, this is something you're going to start getting into. And it's almost like no matter what, you didn't lose when it came to this breakup, because you might know that in the end, you will have more than this person, or that you do already have more than this person. Not because you're lucky or because it was gifted to you, but because you deserved it and because you earned it. Okay, and because you've worked for everything, and you're going to continue to work for everything. But if there's anyone who deserves it, it's you. And you might be looking at it like, this person's crazy because they decided to lose me, and you know it's their loss. So no matter what, it's a victory for you. So, this person has the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the High Priestess in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So, this is telling me, Capricorn, that this person is juggling a lot in their life. They've also started a lot of other commitments. Now, that doesn't mean that these were good commitments or anything. It just means that they're involved in other projects, whether that is to continue to move on or anything. It is very possible that they're just juggling between people. Maybe they're out there dating around, you would know. But there's a situation here where they're not fully focused on anything with you. Like I said, they are coming into this time where they are just now starting to evaluate it. So in the meantime, until they actually do that, they aren't focused on you. It's not that you don't cross their mind, because you certainly do. You certainly do. But they are trying very hard to distract themselves. At least they were trying really hard to distract themselves. They were trying to find other people, other things to just dive their mind and get away from you. And get away from the thought of you and the relationship. And they have succeeded in filling up their schedule with other people, other things, other obligations. And they don't have too much time to really focus on anything commitment-wise, okay? They could be focused on their goals, their long-term money, things like that. And they're not really following their intuition here on what to do with you either. If this is, so the Two of Pentacles, you see this guy, he's like, weighing. It's almost like a juggling act, okay? And you see the ship in the background. It's like, do I get on the ship? Do I stay off the ship? Do I stay on shore? Do I get on the ship? Do I travel overseas, or do I stay where I'm at, And with the High Priestess here and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is just telling me that this person did not use their intuition. They were, Seven of Pentacles is you're watering a plant. You're letting it grow, okay? I think this person might have had grass is greener on the other side syndrome, where anything or anyone was better than you. But they didn't realize that they just gave up their harvest right before they could harvest their harvest, okay? It's like you plant pumpkins, and if you abandon your crops before the pumpkins are grown, well, now you just did all that for nothing. And this person wasn't using their intuition. They were searching for a goal. They were searching for happiness. They might have they had an expectation of you guys to be this sort of relationship. And while you guys were building up to it, they were blind to it. And they just decided right before it was going to get good, they were going to pack up and go somewhere else and water some other crops. And now your harvest, now you're this beautiful pumpkin. You're a carriage. Now you could win pumpkin contest on being the biggest pumpkin and this and that. And they booked too soon. And now they don't know what to do. And now they're trying to rebuild another harvest somewhere else in their life, when they could have had it with you. But they were not following their intuition about the time that it takes, the effort, the discipline that it takes to really stick something through, to really make something work, and to do it the correct way. So they might have just betrayed you, or they might have just left, or they might have taken you for granted, because they weren't patient enough to reap their harvest. So now they're going to reap what they sow in other areas of their life. And if this person has this kind of behavior pattern where they do this a lot, well, then they are never going to actually grow their harvest, because they're going to keep abandoning it. Okay? So we have also now more Gemini energy on this board. We have King of Swords in reverse here for how they think about you in this situation. So we're going to clarify that. I feel like that this person is not being logical when it comes to you, Capricorn, or this situation. They're being extremely harsh and judgmental. I think up until now they have not looked at it from where you're standing or your point of view. I don't think that this person has taken any time to evaluate who they were in the relationship or their situation. I think maybe it's crossed their mind. They've had moments like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But then they go right back to, oh, it's Capricorn's fault. Oh, I'm the victim. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. And I don't think they're seeing it very clearly. King of Swords upright is a very intellectual, smart man who uses logic, who thinks, who sees things for what they are. The reverse, which is the person you're dealing with, is not seeing things clearly at all, and they're not they're lacking a lot of common sense right now when it comes to the way they're thinking about you and the way they're acting and all that. Tell me more about this King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so clarified by the Emperor, which is Aries energy, and Two of Swords, okay? So I do think that this person sort of just kind of likes to have control over the situation, and I really think that they're trying to control their mind and their thoughts. And I think the way they need to deal with how they screwed up and losing you is to, rather than own up to it and to fix it, which I believe at this point they believe it's too late, because like I said, Four of Cups in reverse, which is their energy. Upright, it's you're pushing away opportunities. Reverse, it's kind of like those opportunities have already passed you by, and now you're realizing it. So this is telling me that this person thinks at this point that this is kind of, they abandoned their harvest already, okay? That this situation's already done. And no matter in their mind what they do, they can't fix it at this point. Even if you're trying to communicate with them, even if you were trying to fix it at one point in time, they're just thinking at this point it's done. It's a waste of time. And I think that they are thinking of the situation between you guys is that it was very... This is two parts. I feel like they're not thinking logical about it. I think that they were too harsh. They were too judgmental. They weren't they weren't thinking with their emotions. They were thinking with their heart. Too much, or their head, too much. Even if their heart kept pulling them towards you, they kept trying to control their thoughts. No, Capricorn's bad. Capricorn's bad. They're not good for me. They're not good. It's like they brainwashed themselves. But at the same token, they did that so much that they actually caused themselves to not see the situation for what it really was. And they might have caused way more damage than needed to be between you guys. And they weren't following their heart. So now I don't even know where their heart is on this board, because there's no emotions from either of you guys at this point. I think maybe that so much has happened between you and this person that the emotions are out of the window at this point, and now it's just, it is what it is. Now it's just whatever's left, okay? It's like a burning house. And the fire department did not come to put that house out. You called and you called and you called, but they never came. Not in time. And now there's just ashes. Now there's just the debris. Now there's just the cleanup. Now it's just what's left. The only emotions I feel here are the moving on and putting this behind you, and realizing that the trauma it caused you, or the pain that it caused you, or the waste of time it caused you. And I feel like that this person does look at the situation where they might have known that they weren't using their emotions, and at this point they still very well are not using their emotions when they think of you. But logically, with the Emperor here, they know that you were a good person and a good partner, and they knew that your relationship had stability. But still, because they're not thinking with their heart at all, they're very indecisive on what would have happened between you guys, or what could happen between you guys. As if this person thinks they still have a chance with you. Maybe down the line, they're like, well, if things don't work out, I can always go back to my Capricorn. Well, then this person does not know a Capricorn, if that's what they think they can do. Because once Capricorns close that door, it's done. It's closed, okay? Capricorns spend too much time investing, and when they try to fix their investment and it doesn't pan out, eventually Capricorns are like, nope, can't do it. The outcome between you guys is the Two of Wands in reverse, so let's look at this. Again, we have Two of Pentacles for feelings. We have Two of Wands here. We have Four of Cups on the board. We have Four of Swords on the board. We have Four of Wands on the board. So we have a lot of repeating numbers here, 2s and 4s. Okay, clarified by the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Tower in reverse, okay? Capricorn, I do believe that staying away from this person at this time is a good idea. I believe that would be just a disaster to go back. Okay, but again, Two of Wands in reverse. It is a mutual outcome between you guys. And remember, guys, outcomes are never set in stone. They can always change, okay? You can always change the course of the path. But as of right now, if the path continues the way it is, this is what is occurring, okay? But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, followed by the Nine of Swords directly after that in reverse, it does show me that there could be a choice now with the, again, the twos. Now, I don't see any threes on the board, so that's good. But it is, at this point, I don't think it's because it's a third-party energy. I think you guys are separated at this point, so I don't think this is an infidelity situation at this current time. Now, I don't know what split you up. Maybe that was infidelity, but at this point in time, I do not believe you are on the ins with this person. This definitely feels like someone you're separated with. And it does feel like there could be a choice between two paths or two people. Maybe you're getting to know someone, maybe they're getting to know someone, and you guys are wondering if it's worth going back or just to keep pursuing something with the new person. And if not with the new person, maybe another new person, you know? Or just, do I really want to focus any more of my time into this, or should I continue on this other path and see where it gets me? There was some kind of hold up here because there was fear, there was anxiety, there was regret, there was remorse, and I think it was on both of your parts. Man, you know, they might have done me wrong, but I could have handled it better. Maybe I should have acted better. Maybe I should have done this. Or whatever they did wrong. You know, there's been, a lot of you, both of you have had a lot of emotions in this at one point. But now I just feel like a lot of it is, you know, because cups are emotions, right? Cups are emotions. The swords to me are something that pierces your emotions. Swords are a dagger through the heart every time. Swords are a double-cross blade. They're angry. They're swift. They're, you know, where your mind starts coming in, where your mind starts to take over. So to me, swords are just as important on the board as cups, right? And swords to me usually tell me the aftermath of all the emotions, okay? So, you know, there was something holding you guys back because of the fear, because of the regret, because of the remorse, you know? And at this point, I think it's starting to, I think you're starting to free yourself up from that. You're starting to really let this go. And I don't have another way of putting this. There is still, it's weird because there's still this energy here of, I'm not exactly out of the storm yet. I'm not exactly free yet. And I don't know if I'm picking that up from them or you. It's very possible your partner, since they're the ones that are just now starting to introspect things, whereas you're starting to recover and wake up from things. Whereas if they thought they were recovered and over this, they're starting to go back to it. Maybe they didn't deal with their emotions the correct way. And it's coming back up for them. Because, you know, again, with the Four of Cups, it was saying that they were kind of ignoring it before. So now it might, something that they can't ignore, it might be being brought to their head. And they're definitely thinking with this King of Swords, tell me. This is a thinker card, and it's the king of thinkers. So, reverse or not, it's definitely in their head. Even if they're trying to say, get out of my head, Capricorn, get out of my head, I'm not thinking about you, or refuse to think about you. They're totally thinking about you when they do that. Okay? But it just seems like there was a lot of pain here. A lot of insomnia, a lot of that. And I feel like one or more of you, somebody here is still doing that. I feel like you might more be coming out of it, Capricorn, and I feel like your partner might actually just start diving into it. It can very well be vice versa. But somebody here, it's like you both are in this, what you both now have created new lives free with each other. Or, I mean, without each other. You guys have both started a new path without each other, right? And you guys are both, well, which path do I take? But one of you is having a harder time with this than the other one. Where one of you knows where you're going in life, where one of you knows what direction you're going to take, where it can get you, how much work you're willing to put in, what you can expect from it. The other person's completely lost and like, what am I doing? I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I'm just juggling. If I just pick at straws, will something fall into my lap? Oh man. And I feel like it could be your person. I feel like they don't really know what they're doing, Capricorn. I feel like that every day they're just living and hoping that somebody is going to come and save them. But they don't really know if someone will. And I'm sure they have a lot of good days too. I'm sure it's not every single day they're having a bad day. I'm sure there are, moments where they're just like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. Everything's working out for me. But then there's that, oh shit, is it really? Like, what did I do? What am I doing? Am I even really satisfied? You know? Like if a person has a rebound and one day the rebound is distracting them and they're having a barbecue and they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. I don't mind my new life. But then it's like, wait, is this person... Even though they're distracting me and taking my mind off my ex and it's making me feel good, I'm having a barbecue. But even though I'm content right now and this feels good right now, is this actually a person that I can really stay with long term? Like, am I actually doing anything to invest in my long term happiness? You know, and it doesn't have to be a rebound. It could be a choice to live without their Capricorn. It could have been a move. It could have been a new job. But it's something, a path that they chose to take that they are so afraid that they don't know what they're doing. They are so afraid that they did not make the wrong choice, the right choice. And Capricorn, I do see, again, like you have some kind of fear too about this path. This is a mutual energy. But I feel like you're more at this point where you're accepting that it is what it is at this point. Like, you're just going to walk through the fire and get through it. Anyway, your advice, let's pull some. And we're going to take a look to see what is coming towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months. And then we're going to pull the twin flame. Do have to hurry though, because this video is going to time out soon. Okay, let me clarify this real quick. Whew, that's intense. I was not expecting that. Your advice is the Seven of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Judgment in reverse, and the Lovers. Again, more Gemini energy. Not saying you're dealing with a Gemini, but you very possibly well could be. This is like Court card, 2 major arcanas. I mean, that's a lot of Gemini right there. Okay. Okay, so the Seven of Wands in reverse a lot of times for advice is basically like if you're really looking into what you're putting your energy into or what you were, it's kind of like, what are you fighting for? Is it really worth it type of deal, okay? With the Judgment here in reverse and the Lovers, I feel like somebody did put a judgment on you. I feel like this person might have left you, Capricorn. This person might have just deserted you high and dry or really disappointed you or let you down. And they made a judgment, and it might have been a really bad one, okay? But you don't have to fight for this just because you felt like someone didn't value you or your worth. Seven of Swords is like holding your ground, getting your integrity, keeping your dignity. If someone didn't see your worth, then you need to see your worth. You need to check out of that, okay? You need to really realize, like, what are you even fighting for? A person who doesn't value you, Capricorns are better than that. Capricorns are the shit. And you can't be the shit unless everything in your life is the shit. And if you have a partner who's not the shit, and they're not, if they do that, well, then you're just downgrading yourself. Capricorns deserve an empire. They build them. So they climb all these mountains. You're carrying dead weight, Capricorn. How can you get over that mountain if the person you're carrying is not pulling their weight? You can't bring them with you. They don't belong on the other side of that mountain. They're not going to where you're going. But, on the same token, I have an eerie feeling with this advice. Because, as much as it could be, what are you fighting for? Hold your ground. You might be starting to lose your balance. If this person comes back and tries to trick you, if they try to say anything to you, if they do something that makes you think that they're, pleading or begging for you back, and they might not do that. I don't see a lot of emotions. They might not be like that. But let's just say that there's somebody here. It's also like, watch your back. Don't turn your back, because somebody could attack you very surprisingly. And I don't mean like physically attack you. I mean, maybe they could. But it's also a don't turn your back here. And when I asked the cards why it said that, you got the Judgment in reverse and the Lover's card. Somebody else here very well could have realized that they made a bad decision when it came to you. And they might be coming back towards you. But if you're dealing with someone like this, and your advice is to watch your back, it doesn't exactly sound like a safe bet. Like, this is a road you should travel down. This is something you should go to. Like, say you're finally recovering and you're building yourself up again, and now this person sees that maybe you were catching, maybe they were stupid and they lost out and they tried to come back and get you. All they are is going to throw you off their game. And if they were sincere, the cards wouldn't be saying to watch your back. Just to keep something in mind. When it comes to this person in this connection, Capricorn, I just would not let your guard down. Because don't let this connection rule your life anymore. Don't let them rule your thoughts. Don't let them rule who you are and what standards you would have had to set. If your emotions were not involved at all and you had no history with this person, would you allow this person, if they were a stranger, to ever treat or do the things that they did to you and let them get away with it or have the time of dying in your life? No, you would not. All right. The bottom of that advice was the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. And I do feel like there was some kind of, you need to hold your ground and remember what this ending did to you. And you could be losing your footing over it sometimes, but you need to remember to watch your own back. Have your own back, okay? Now, what's interesting is that what you need to know, or what is coming towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months, anywhere in the near future, could be 2 days, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 months, is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus entering your life. Doesn't have to be. Could be. We're going to clarify it. Okay, clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, or Two of Pentacles upright, which is weird because, again, we already got these cards on the board. A lot of duplicates. Weird. Okay, so your outcome with this person was also the Two of Wands in reverse. And what's coming towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months is also the Two of Wands in reverse, okay? With the Two of Pentacles upright. I think you need to be cautious, Capricorn, because I don't know your advice with this connection. I don't know if that's this person or not, because they are just starting to realize things that they didn't before. And you are moving on to some victory or a relationship, whether it is this one, which I don't know if that's for your best interest or if it's a new one. But there is a warning here in the future of someone who could be disloyal, lazy, materialistic, maybe looking at you for what you can give to them, their money, you know. And it could be a warning to you not to become a perfectionist. But again, this is what's coming towards you. And you have a Knight of Pentacles in reverse coming towards you. It's a very slow thing happening in the near future. Again, anywhere from now to the next 3 months. There could be somebody making their way towards you. Even so slow that you don't even see it. It could be very behind the scenes. And this person could be coming back because, I'm just going to be frank, they have the Two of Pentacles here. And this is a person who maybe has weighed out the pros and cons of whether to have you in their life or not. So they don't know if they want to come towards you, but they start realizing that they should. But this person could be lazy, again, materialistic. They could be disloyal, you know, not honest. They could be a perfectionist, or you could be being a perfectionist. But these are the qualities to look out for, okay? A lot of times, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm not going to lie, is just a straight out loser. It's a loser. That's the mean way to putting it, but it's a loser. And you need to be careful because I feel like that this person is going to open up another path to you, and you don't need any more paths. You already have enough that you need to choose one, you need to pick one, you need to stay on it to be successful. What's going to end up happening too is you're going to end up juggling too many things, and the cards are saying be careful. You know, if this is a new person in your life, make sure that you're not dating a bum, somebody who sees your worth and wants to live off of you. Capricorns invest already into enough people. They don't need to do it anymore, or to keep doing it for people who are, you know, you can only take a horse to water. You can't make him drink. And Capricorns, I think, spend a lot of their time taking horses to water that won't drink. And I think Capricorns need to really start realizing where to invest their time. Alright, so from the Twin Flame deck, if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? Alright, Capricorn, so again, I told you, I don't think that they're talking. I think that they've kind of been ignoring you, not really caring how you feel. Maybe they're not. Like I said, the first card, they're being withdrawn and all that. Okay, they're not really speaking. So right now, if they could say anything to you, to two cards, one says, I feel safer in the silence. So I really just think that this person hasn't figured out the right words to say to you. Or if there's anything to say. Or if there's anything that they could say. You know, like I said, King of Swords, reversed. This person upright is communicator, intellectual, thoughts, logic. Upwards, not so much, okay? And I think that this person just really, honestly, at this point can't face you, Capricorn. They might realize what they did. And the second one was, I just wasn't ready for you. I don't think that this person was woman or man enough to handle their Capricorn, and that's just it. I wish I could elaborate more, but I have 15 seconds until this video times out. So if you guys like this video, like, subscribe. If you want to be notified for future videos, hit that bell notification. Thank you guys. I miss you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.